This should be a great game, one of the better games of the weekend. Should be fun to watch, a lot of scoring. I'm really looking forward to it. I do lean towards New Orleans here. I know Atlanta's a really good team, and New Orleans had a really bad defense last year, but two things really push it over the top for me. Number one, the Saints are at home. Listen, that is a big deal. I know you can come up with a stat to support just about any position, but the Saints' home record over the last few years cannot be ignored. They've been favored in 19 of their last 21 home games and are 16-5 against the spread in that time. When this offense gets clicking at home in the Superdome, they look like they can beat anybody in the NFL to me. And the Falcons certainly don't have a fearsome defense. And the other thing that sort of pushes this one over the top for me is the Saints' success against the Falcons specifically. These rosters have not changed a whole lot over the last few years. Obviously, there's changes on every NFL roster every year. But the main players have remained the same here in recent times, and the Saints just usually get the better of the Falcons. The Falcons have had real trouble stopping that offense, and even though the Falcons do move the ball on the Saints defense, they never seem to be able to win the shootout with the New Orleans Saints. And you know what? Not many teams do. The Saints offense, I don't think it's talked about enough. You know, a lot of talk in the NFL these days is about the sort of new wave of offenses with running quarterbacks. You also hear a lot of talk about what Peyton Manning's doing in Denver, what Aaron Rodgers is doing in Green Bay, Tom Brady in New England, and no doubt those guys are unbelievable, deserve all the praise they get, but there's no better offense in the NFL than the New Orleans Saints. And when you think of the very best offenses in the league, I'm not sure they're the first one that pop up in most people's mind, but they should be. Even last year in a down year, second in the league in total offense, first in passing offense. I expect them to be top 3 in every major offensive statistical category again this season. They're tough to beat anywhere. They're especially tough to beat in the Superdome. Sean Payton's going to be back on the sideline. Going to be a lot of energy. I like New Orleans to cover the 3 on Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons.